Well, hi all. I hope you find this video interesting. It's a collection of the stuff that we take with us to events like Friedrichshafen Ham Radio 2018 that's on this weekend that we use to record the content for the ICQ Amateur Ham Radio podcast. So we start off here with the bag we're taking. This is the first time I've tried working out of a rucksack all weekend, and this is a Regatta 35-litre rucksack which I've been reliably informed complies with Ryanair baggage regulations. Now, the boring but important stuff here is these two packing cubes. These contain the clothes for the weekend, along, of course, with the ICQ podcast orange t-shirts, and hopefully that will cover us up and make sure we're presentable to conduct our interviews. Now on to the important stuff, and obviously we're an audio first show, so these pieces of items are really important. On the right is the Rode Reporter microphone, kindly bought for us and donated from donations from the ICQ podcast, and we'd like to thank the listeners who donated for that microphone. That allows us to control the interviews a lot more and to get some ambient background noise, which you hear to give a flavour of the show. Of course, an XLR cable to go into the Zune H4n recorder, which is sitting to the left, and the audio for that also gets transmitted down into the camera, which will be shown next, so that we're recording audio separately for the show, but also passing through the audio through this device into our video camera as well for doing YouTube videos, etc. So on to that video camera, we've got a Canon 800D model and our tripod here. The tripod will be attached to the outside of the rucksack during travel, and obviously we'll be using the Canon 800D for recording the interviews for the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/ICQPodcast. Now, as you probably can imagine, you can end up with loads of cables when you're doing this sort of journey and travel, but we've paired these back over the years. So the important things here are things like obviously charging cables and trying to get as much charged as possible by USB. So we've got battery packs for the camera, you charge on USB. The Zoom recorder will run on a couple of AA Duracell batteries. We've also got leads, etc. for plugging our kit in while we're away and doing upload and backups of the audio, video and content we create. Talking about a backup solution, this will be the first time I travel without a laptop. What we'll be taking is the Samsung Galaxy S9 along with a docking station for that device and a wireless keyboard and mouse. That will be attached to either the media center at the Messe in Friedrichshafen or into our bed and breakfast where we'll be staying into their TV there, and to use that to upload the content and back that up for us every single night. It also allows to produce any web pages, etc. that we need while we're away. We don't intend to actually produce a show this weekend as it's a non-weekend show, but we have backup available to us in London if that's required. Now, obviously, we're going to an amateur radio show, so we need to take some radios with us. So I'll be taking the Wooson KG-UV8D radio with me, along with a company earpiece to keep in touch with the team while I'm in Friedrichshafen. And last but not least is some of the important supplies that you realise you need when you're away. So obviously, along with some toiletries, we have a sachet of coffee, which sometimes coffee can be difficult to grab or can be quite bad in hotels, etc. I know the Airbnb we're staying in won't supply any, so just a morning cup of coffee there. The Snicker bars are very important for any members of the team that crash during a busy day and need feeding very quickly. So we always take some chocolate with us in the bag to make sure all team members are covered. And a new addition to the kit this year is sporks. A lot of time at some of the ham places you go to, the food can be a little bit poor, so you buy food and bring it in on the way in. So this opens up some flexibility for buying salads and pre-made meals if you like to bring into the show rather than be caught out with food there. Now, in fairness, the food in Friedrichshafen isn't as bad as other events I've been to, but this is obviously a good tip to bring along something just to open up your eating needs. Well, guys, I hope this was interesting and I hope it gives you a flavour of what we'll be taking with us to Friedrichshafen Ham Radio 2018. Hope you enjoyed.